close to the center line, but he hangs with it.
This is first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. We have a clutch. We're on the starting line.
Yeah.
We go wide open, then pop the clutch, shift. We shift all the gears in 4.5 seconds.
Pads up here, seat that's molded to my body, 7-way harness. This is a pipe compressed breathing air into my helmet when we make a run. Brake handle over here. This is your fire bottle handle over here. You hope to not have to pull it too often. Fuel is over here. Clutch pedal, and then there's a fuel pedal that's not in here right now. So there is no real brake pedal. Your brake is here on this, and then up here is a parachute lever. So you'll come through and hit the parachutes, pull the brake, and then turn the fuel off. Clutch, and then a big drive shaft that runs between your legs.
Yeah, Denver's one of our favorite spots.
Cool. And this is, tell me a little bit about the car. This is a Pro Stock?
Pro Stock, NHRA, 500 cubic inch engine, 2 carburetors, 2,350 pounds with me in it, minimum weight. Have a 5-speed transmission, as you can see. This is first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. We have a clutch. We're on the starting line.
Yeah.
We go wide open, then pop the clutch, shift. We shift all the gears in 4.5 seconds.
Okay.
And when you pop the clutch, it's like 4 G's this way.
Yeah, I love when people say, tell me about your job, because there's so many different facets of my job. I get to hang out with fans this close and sign autographs, and it's cool that people even want your autograph. I'm this far away from a 10,000 horsepower race car, then I get to go get strapped into this big bulky fire suit, get squeezed down into it so tight it's hard to breathe, and then they fire the thing up, drop the body on you so you can hardly see, and send you out on the racetrack. And they are 10,000 horsepower. People say that number can't be real. Well, it's too big a number to measure on any conventional dynamometer, but the cars go from 0 to 320 miles an hour in 1,000 feet in under 4 seconds. It's an enormous amount of power. And you can't really equate that to anything that you've ever done. If you go on those roller coasters that are magnetic propulsion, they really shove you back in the seat and they're absolutely exhilarating, you might feel 2.5 G's there. Our cars are still pulling nearly that at the finish line. In the middle of the racetrack, our cars are 4.5 to 5 G's. And to put that in perspective, if you laid on your back and had 4 of your buddies lay on top of you, that's the feeling your body's going through. Then you hit the parachutes, it'll swing to -5 G's. In other words, I'm 200 pounds in all my safety equipment. I weigh 1,000 pounds into the safety harnesses when I drive into both parachutes. The cars are just mind-blowing.
Very explosive device, 10,000 horsepower race car that runs over 300 miles an hour in under 4 seconds. So very volatile motor. It basically you're compressing nitro in a combustion engine, and it takes 2 spark plugs to fire it. It's an incredible piece of machinery.
Yeah, in a Pro Stock car, this light right here strobes
Okay.
at a certain RPM to tell me to shift.
Okay.
And if we miss our shift points more than 50 RPMs, high or low, makes the car react in a negative way and slows down your ET.
Okay. So what type of ET? I mean, in Denver, what kind of time or speed are you running?
I hold the record here in Denver, 691 with a 6, 199.56. At sea level, we run 646, 215.
Okay.
So that's the difference between sea level and altitude.
A supercharged, fuel-injected, nitro-fueled Chrysler engine, 500 cubic inches. The fuel we run is nitromethane. Gasoline, methanol, nitromethane. The horsepower they make is absolutely unbelievable. And they make that not necessarily through thermal efficiency, they make that through the quantity of fuel that we're able to burn. Our cars will burn 1.5 gallons of fuel per second under full load. Per second. They'll burn 12 gallons of fuel running for 2 minutes on an average run. And that's $35 a gallon for fuel. And that's where they make these astronomical numbers in horsepower. You can see at night these 10-foot flames coming out of the headers. It's just, nitro is an unbelievable...
As an observer, you could feel it in your chest. I mean, I've seen the race and actually punches you in the chest.
I love when first-time fans come out. And when we fire the cars up in the pits, they jump because they're unbelievably loud when they're idling. And they idle at 2,000 RPM. And then you go into the stands, watch a car come out and it does its burnout, and you're like, wow, it's 3 times as loud.
Ear protection.
Yeah, and the burnout, we open the throttle that much. Then when these things launch, it's one of those things that's impossible to put into words because there aren't words in the vocabulary that explain what these cars do.